Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. In this video, we're going to learn this, and many other techniques. Welcome guys to 7 ways to produce a card out of thin air. Let's get it started. And yes, I did get a haircut. Hey guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to remind you to hit that subscribe button to get notified when we post these tutorials every week. If you don't want to hit that subscribe button, that's it. You know, I'm just doing my part, you're doing your part learning. We're meeting in the mingle to mingle and dance. So yeah, let's get it started. Let's learn these nice productions, and I'm gonna see you later. Don't forget to subscribe. So you want to learn how to produce a card out of thin air, as if plucking it merely from the ether of the universe. Definitely not like that. Like this, at the fingertips. With no get ready, the Bevel Pop is truly the first one-card production that I saw back in 2015 that looked completely magical. And in the hands of Bevel, it truly was something else. These two were definitely not my best tries. But when done right, there is no preparation. You're directly going into it. Let's do that again, just like that. Basically, you have the card in palm. I apologize about that one. You have the card in palm, and you have to catch it right at the fingertips as you're popping it. Now, let's see how we can do this pop as well. Just place a card in your right hand in palm position, and then what you need to be able to do is just shoot this card out by flexing your right thumb. Just like that. You see, I'm just flexing it and the card will move forward. Now, as soon as you do that, you're gonna catch the card between your thumb and index finger, or your thumb and middle finger, just like that. And you can go forward as well. Obviously, try not to give the card too much of a pop, because then you're gonna miss it, just like I'm missing it over here. I definitely need more practice at getting this consistent, but it is a pop that makes you go wow, from here to there, just like that. Boom. See? Boom. Practicing it a couple of times with you guys, you can get a hang with it and get comfortable with it. And what's nice is that you really need no preparation. You just make it appear out of thin air. For other pops, you will need some preparation, which is not a bad thing. But for this one, the Bevel Pop, how I like to call it, definitely does not have a name. And I do not think that Bevel created it, but maybe he did. What I do know is that he performs it a lot, and he performs it very, very masterfully. So there you go, guys. That is the first method from the 7 methods. You are definitely going to be laughing at this second way of producing a playing card, because it's one that will definitely work for social media, just like that. And it will require a couple of takes to get the angles. I can't even check to see how these look. As you can see from, even from the top view, just like that. It can really look magical with a nice wave of the hands like that. If you are, if you start it like this and you go, the card will just appear out of thin air like that. So whenever you have a slide that is difficult to mask, already perform the cover before you actually need the cover. You see here, I am creating a motion before I actually steal the card in that motion in order to produce it. So it's kind of a silly production, I know, but I kind of like it. You just take the card and you place it on your leg over here. So here's what's happening. We have the card on the leg, and then I'm gonna use my thumb to take that card from this position and just move it forward. And if if you're thinking that the card will be visible, it won't, because this hand, the right hand, is actually blocking the camera view from seeing the card or seeing you take the card. So the card is over there. We do the first wave like that, and then on the second wave we already contact the card. We place the hand on the table, and then we come from the top with the card just like this, and then the card appears. Now if you don't want to experience what I just experienced there, you're going to place the mat as close as possible to the side of the table, just like this, so that when you drag it upwards, it instantly goes on the mat, as you can see. A very simple yet quite beautiful card production, where the card doesn't appear out of thin air, but you definitely materialize it on the mat out of thin air. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Did you hit that subscribe button? I know you want to learn. I'm just coming here, plugging in that subscribe button. If you want, you can just like the video. Look, we're doing a trade-in, right? You don't want to subscribe, don't want to get that thing, like the video. I like likes, you like likes. It's like county, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Continue learning. Let me go. Okay, I'm gonna go. Here is the third method for producing a playing card at your fingertips and making it look as if you're just plucking it out of thin air. Similar to the bevel pop, this one happens from a classic palm, but what's different here is that you will actually need to flex your fingers so that you can bend the card and place your thumb underneath the card and then release it from the thumb in order to pop out just like this, which makes it a very nice visual. And the difference between this and the bevel pop is that while over here you have no sort of preparation, it just instantly happens as you pop the card. The difference is that in the bevel pop, you might shoot it out and you might not catch it, you know? See, a couple of times I'm doing it over here on purpose. Whereas here, you are most certainly sure that you're able to catch the card as it's at your fingertips. And there is no like moment where you're shooting it out. You're just grabbing it with your thumb and with your index, and then the card comes out. So put it in palm position over here, and then if you let it rest, so you don't flex it, right? Because usually you might be flexing the card in order to hide it in your palm. If you just relax your hand like this, you're gonna see that the card is being caught in between the base of your thumb and your pinky finger. And in this position, you can actually come over here with your thumb and bend the card. Then you're gonna grip it with your index finger, and from that position, you're gonna stick your thumb next to the index finger, gripping the corner of the card right over there. And at this point, all you need to do is just release with your thumb over here. And the way that the card is being released from there is by applying upward pressure with the thumb on the playing card. So it is over here, and then you apply upward pressure here. And by applying pressure with my thumb and extending it, the card will just release from there and you will have it at your fingertips. And this really proves to be a very beautiful visual, especially when the spectator isn't prepared to see a card just pop out of nowhere. Now, many times what I've noticed is that after I palm a playing card from the top of the deck, and if you want to learn more about palming playing cards, there is a video that we've done in this series called the 7 levels of card palms, which you can actually check out and learn. We learned the divern and the top palm over here. And then you can pair that one together with this pop or with any other pops. And what's nice about this card palm is that it happens instantly. We also learned the one-handed palm, which you can use as well. And what I wanted to say, and it led to this moment, is that many times when you palm a card, it's already flexed. And you might be a little bit too tense in order to feel, in order to relax the card enough so that you can place your fingers underneath. So what do you do in those situations? Well, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna flex your hand the other way while your fingers are holding onto the card. So notice how I'm trading the grip to my middle and ring finger over here by flexing the fingers, and I flex my hand the other way around so that the card is flexed in the other position, so I can put my finger over here. So here is flexed, and notice how I move my thumb on the outside so that by bending my hand, I can make the card bend in the other direction, right over there. So this is what I actually end up doing many times, because the card, I want to hide it very well in the hand, and I'm not doing this for social media. So I'm doing it for somebody I already prepare over here, my fingers, all 3 fingers on the card, and then I bend my hand the other way in order to produce the card out of thin air, just like that. And there you go, guys. That is the 3rd way for producing a card out of thin air. So let's say you like the pebble pop, and you would also like to make it look like this pop, the 3rd pop that we've actually learned. So how can you make those 2 into one single card production? And the way that you do it is by clipping the card just like this and then producing it. Notice how we are in a similar position, but this time we don't have to flex any of our fingers. And yeah, that's something that will happen from now and then, is you can just palm the card and then you can produce it like that with no preparation, no flexing whatsoever. Whereas over here you have to flex your fingers, and you might not want to have this, especially this one is a good camera card production, because over here you have to clip palm it, and a clip palm isn't necessarily something that people use every day, and it's very hard to get into. I mean, you can classic palm it and then you go into clip palm, but the spectator might actually catch that moment where you go into clip palm. As such, if you want to use this for a performance, after you palm the card, you can get into the clip palm as your hand is actually just resting by your body. So let's see how we can actually get into this palm. So go into a classic palm position and then move the grip to these 2 fingers and move your pinky and your index finger at the sides, just so you can actually grip those 2 parts. And you grip them just by applying pressure from both sides and then going back in position. And just like that, you will clip the playing card. From this position, you're going to take your thumb and you're going to put it over here in the same position as we did with the previous pop, and apply pressure upwards in order to pop the card, just like that. If you've noticed, this is actually a very similar position to where you get into after a classic palm like that. So if you're demonstrating like classic palms to somebody and producing cards, you can vanish the card, you can switch it up. I apologize for that one. You can switch it up over here, and then from this position you can actually go behind and produce the playing card. Why did I give you this very advanced moment for card palming? I don't know, but I just realized that this is a good idea. You know, if you're in classic palm and you can just pop it out like that. Yeah, ignore. This is definitely was just for a sleight of hand monkeys. So over here, over there, 2 fingers, pop it, stick your thumb, go forward, and that's it. There you go, guys. And you have the 4th way to produce a playing card out of thin air. You, my friend, have just won yourself an exclusive download for free on us. All you have to do is just send me this timestamp, so like exact time at which you're seeing this video so not like the hour at which you're seeing, but the timestamp of the video. So maybe it's like 16 minutes and 24 seconds, you know? Just send that to my email, which is in the description, and then I'm gonna add a download to your download library on bigblindmedia.com. So yeah, congratulations, and I'll see you later. Here is a simple way to produce a playing card out of a clip palm. You can draw a playing card like that, and then you can pretend to take it and just make it appear out of thin air. What I like about this is that it doesn't come from a classic palm. You know, it comes from a nice palm like this, very similar to a Tenkai palm. You know, you can actually go from a Tenkai palm into this clip palm over here, or you could do this entire production from a Tenkai palm if you wish. It's completely up to you. What I like about this is that your hands can actually sit pretty normal while you're doing it, and you can draw, and you can also hide the playing card and then just make it appear out of thin air, just like that. If you want, you can give it a pop over there, or if not, you can just drop it over there and make it appear. So first, let's see how we can actually steal the playing card. You're going to push the card from the top of the deck to the right, and then you are going to clip it over here in between your pinky and your ring finger, just there at the base of those two fingers. The card is going to go inside there, and you're going to clip it there. From this position, you're going to flex your fingers a little bit, and you'll notice that your ring finger can just calmly rest on the outer left corner of the playing card. So in this position, you can relax your fingers and hold them like that, and you will notice that from the front, it won't look like anything is going on. It will just look as if your fingers are sitting right there in their casual manner. And you can draw a nice image over here and then produce the playing card. So once we're in this position, what I like to do is draw the playing card. I pretend to clip it, and then I come over here with the playing card. I release it, and then I just straighten out a little bit the playing card so that the spectator can see the face while I've moved my hand in front of the playing card. Over there, and then just like that. Making it look as if it comes out of thin air. Very simple, direct, and beautiful. You can do it from any sort of palm position. So if you want, you can do it from a tenkai position over there and just make it appear. You can do it from a more advanced clip palm position if you want, depending if you want to do it in real life or on social media. It's completely up to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this version, this method for producing a playing card out of thin air. Not every card production that you do needs to be hyper visual. You can actually have something that is much more elegant or simple, like this one, where you just wave your hand over the hand and a card is being produced in the other hand. So you have the card over here, you wave your hand over the left hand, and then as you're waving, you can produce the card from that hand, just like that. I'm showing it to you guys from a couple of you from my point of view, and you can see just how nice and visual it looks. It looks as if there's no possible way that playing card can come from that position. So it's a nice way of applying the classic palm, and instead of making it pop like that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop the playing card in the palm over here. You're gonna grab it and you're gonna push it out of your hand as the hand is turning around. And the reason why the spectator doesn't see this is because over here the card is palm, and at the same time you're dropping the playing card and you're turning the hand. So the spectator is only seeing the moment that the playing card is being produced over here. Now, I don't advise you to drop the playing card right here on the lower side of the palm, but rather drop the playing card in a position where your thumb can actually grip the card. Because from the point of view of the spectator, they won't be able to see anything because your hand, your right hand, is actually over the left hand. So from their point of view, this is completely blocked. And then you turn around, you're gonna rub the back of your hand, and the playing card is produced. This is a card production that I learned from back in the days when L&L Publishing were doing VHS magic releases. And just like that, the card will be produced. So this was done in the idea of you can roll up your sleeves and then say, you notice that my hand is completely empty, but if I rub really nice on the back, a playing card is produced just like that. If you have the deck, it doesn't work at all because you're just dumping the card on the deck. So do not try and attempt it with the deck. You just need your hands completely empty. Over here, you place it and the card is produced. A very beautiful and elegant card production, which, once you see it, you're instantly going to be able to do it and perform it for everybody else. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you do, don't forget to drop a like. So let's say that you like this production that we learned where it comes from a clip palm because of its, naturalness and easiness of being able to steal the playing card. And let's say you would like to do something similar as you are showing the hand and then producing the playing card. This is the last method for producing a card out of thin air, and it's actually my favorite because of just how natural it is. You have your hands empty, you can show the hands empty, there's no motion, the card is clipped and completely straight, and from that position, I'm trying to go slow here, you're just rubbing on the back of your hand and the card is produced, which is a very nice visual. Whereas over here you have to place your hands one on top of each other. It's still nice, But for a keen eye, there might be something there for them to see. Whereas in this position, you are showing clearly that the hand is empty. You're moving it to a clip position. You're stealing the card while this hand doesn't do anything. And I think that's where the power relies in this one. Just like that. And if you can get really ambitious with it, then you can actually try and produce multiple cards over there and over here, you know, which I think is very plausible with this one as well. If you're giving it in the practice, you go like that, that's one, and you go like that, and that's two, right? But this one is much more difficult to leave a card from this position, as if you're springing them from the hand. Whereas over here, you can just push with your thumb a little bit, and the card will be able to be grabbed in the other hand, just like that. But see, once you're doing multiple cards, you have to do something with the thumb, which steals away a little bit of the beauty of the slide. So over here, you steal the card from the top of the deck, as we learned. You place the cards down, you come over here, you show your left hand, and then if you feel as if the card isn't gripped very well, and if you leave it, it might drop, then do not leave the grip that you have with your ring finger, and instead show it like this. Put the card in your hand, literally. You can put the card in your hand and then turn the hand and start rubbing on it in order to produce the card. Notice that everything that I'm doing is just pushing this card, gripping it with all my fingers and then pushing it with my thumb. That's where this magical appearance comes from. And that would be it, guys. There's not a lot much to it. I left this one at the end for everybody that's, everybody that wants to learn more productions. And at the end, I believe should be left the best, the gem for everyone that, is a nice student. So to put it that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. The last one from the methods of producing a playing card out of thin air. So guys, that was about it. I know that was really nice producing all of those cards out of thin air. I really love all of these productions, so practice them because all of them have their own nice, beautiful thing. And after learning them, you can put them head to head and show them to your friends, show them to your family, have a lot of fun with them. And this one is just so nice. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm probably gonna do card switches. So in order to get notified, come on Friday and you're gonna find the video right here, basically. We do send the video to all of our newsletter subscribers. So if you wanna get some nice goodies every week on Friday, just sign up for the newsletter. We have a beautiful website on bigblindmedia.com where there's a lot of exclusive downloads with magicians from all around the world, like John Bannon and Cameron Francis. If you're not into the magic world, you have no idea who those people are. But if you go on our website, you're gonna find out. My name is Biz. It's a pleasure to be here every Friday, and I'll see you guys next week. Bra!